Yes.
Okay. Okay, I need to find a place to do that. Okay, you finished with that?
Not yet.
Okay, well, there's no hurry. I mean, take your time. That sounds like you're. That sounds like you're done.
I guess that's it. There it is. There it is. There it is.
There. Take another look at the river here.
Yeah.
Did you smell that? Oh, there's putting paint on her car. Did you smell that? Can you smell that?
I wonder what it is.
It's that woman had like a can of spray paint on her.
Oh, it's spray paint.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's doing with it. Fixing her car, spraying her car.
It's that. See that straight ahead? That woman with that pink.
Yeah. You know, she's inhaling that stuff.
I don't know.
That's what she's doing.
I hope not. That's
That's exactly what she'd be doing there.
strange, isn't it? No, she spray painted. Look at her car. She spray painted it.
Oh, okay. That's great.
And she decided, because all that smell, she decided to take it out to the park so she wouldn't make her neighbors all angry. You need to put your belt on, I think. See any trains? Nope. Too late. Oh man, I got stuff in my lungs. Oh. That should be illegal doing that. Let's see. There. Grand Central Station. guess I got a big whiff of that, and you didn't.
For that paint back there.
Yeah. Okay, I have a quiz for you. Name all the countries you've been to. Name all the foreign nations you've been to. That should be easy.
Oh, yeah, but Scotland, Wales,
Okay.
England,
Right.
and France.
Correct.
Uh,
And you give two more.
France and
Think about this continent.
this one. Been to New York.
No, not nations, not.
Oh, nations. Okay. Well, let's see.
Okay, when we were flying back from England, we had to make that emergency landing. Where did we land?
Oh yeah.
Where was that?
I forget.
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
What
We
and what
landed
and what
there?
and what? Yeah, and what nation is that in?
I don't
Yeah, you know.
know. Newfoundland. Oh, up.
It's a part of a big nation. Directly at
Newfoundland, way up. In
Newfoundland is a province of a very big nation that's directly north of us,
Of course.
and its flag has a red maple leaf.
Yeah, I know it. I can't say it right now. Let's see,
Begins with C.
Right up above us.
What's the nation directly north of us?
I know it, but I can't say it right now.
Starts with C.
I'd have to think about it.
Okay, well then, all right. Then there's one more nation you've been to, and it's. Do you remember we were in San Diego? We went to Tijuana.
Oh, Tijuana.
So
yeah.
what nation is that in?
Okay, that's it now. I can't think of it. They live right by us.
It's the one that Donald Trump always talks about.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now. If I heard it, I know where it is.
Yeah.
It's right above us. But right now, to come out with the name of it, I can't.
So you've been to the nation directly below us and the nation directly above us.
I can't do it right now. I couldn't care less.
Well, so you've been to Canada
Yes.
and you've been to
Okay.
Mexico. So you've been obviously to the United States.
Some things I couldn't care less. Don't even think about it.
Well, but you just want to name all the countries you've been to. I mean, outside of the USA. So you've been to England, Wales, Scotland, France, and you've been to Mexico, and you've been to Canada. Now, technically, Wales, well, you know this. I mean, those aren't really foreign nations. It's part of the United Kingdom, which is one nation. So Wales and Scotland and England are the United Kingdom.
Right, yeah. Geography was not mine.
So we were in that plane, and there was a bunch of smoke from the air conditioner. Is that what was going on?
Yes.
You know, I don't remember that. I just remember landing, but I don't remember there being any smoke, or I don't remember being afraid at all.
Oh, yeah. No, just that one lady.
Yeah.
Your mother, she just came out. She said, "Ralph, so something's wrong with this plane." And I said, "Well, how do you know?" She said, "Well, the stewardess ran back there to the pilot." And she said, "And I smell smoke."
Yeah.
And then I smelled it. I said, "Don't worry about it. It just sounds like a little fan motor. It smells like a little fan motor."
Yeah.
And this lady next to me, she said, "Did you say what?" I said, "Well, just the fan motor." And she looked out there, and that motor was rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
And I think she almost fainted. And I told her, I said, "No, it's not that motor out there. It's a little fan motor up in the."
Yeah.
Probably up in the cockpit. And then she said, "Oh, I'm glad of that." So thanks goodness.
So other than her, there wasn't any sense of panic.
No panic at all.
Yeah, I don't remember being afraid.
It wasn't that big of a deal. That's why you were probably thinking of something else, reading or something.
The only thing I remember is landing in Newfoundland and we buying some ice cream.
Yeah.
There were some people selling ice cream there.
Yeah.
And I remember there were a bunch of mosquitoes.
Oh my. Boy, they were waiting for us.
That's my memory of Newfoundland.
I couldn't believe about those mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm thinking the southern states where you have all the mosquitoes.
Oh, it's really the worst of all are the northern, like Alaska, and in the summertime, it's brutal. But what I do remember is that, so we landed in Newfoundland, and that caused us to miss our plane back to Louisville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we had to spend the night at a hotel in New York. And I think we had to pay about $200 extra
Yes, we did.
for like a plane because we changed our plane ticket to Louisville. So that ended up costing us money.
That was pretty good circling around, where was it? New York, we were circling.
Uh-huh.
See all those lights?
Yeah, I remember the nighttime landing. It was just amazing seeing all that. I don't even, that first week, I think the jet lag was hitting me bad, and I don't really remember. I just remember bits and pieces of being in London, but once we went into like Exeter, I think I was getting over it. So my most vivid memories are from that. But strangely enough, I remember that we were always eating at that cafeteria in Piccadilly Square, in Piccadilly Station. Remember eating at the British Rail train station? Yeah. I remember that this kind of drunk man that was always hanging out at the Paddington.
Piccadilly there, yeah.
Oh, but I think my most vivid memory, we were all look at that, isn't it pretty? Look at that dog, isn't that dog beautiful? We were all ready to go to Paris. Had my plane tickets, reservations, and boy, you got sick. Boy, did you get sick.
Yeah, you looked at me and you said, boy, I wanted to go maybe meet the Morrishes.
Yeah.
And boy, when I got sick, I thought, no, I'm not going to even try it. That's when I realized that we didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
When you go to these foreign countries, just take 1 week. Just you're going to be in the bed resting. For 1 week.
I think it was probably for the best that you didn't do that. See those people. I mean, it would have been awkward, maybe. Uncomfortable. Maybe not for them, but for Mom, you know. Did you even think of writing them before we went?
What?
Did you think of, before we went there, did you think of writing them and saying that we were coming to England?
Oh, no. No, I didn't want to do that. I didn't. And then when we got over there, I thought, well, maybe we could drop in, and well, just by giving that little baby I held,
Simon.
the train there.
Simon's.
It did me a favor. It told me not to. I made the decision not to stop by the Moorish.
Well, and also ruined our trip to Paris too.
Yeah. But it would have been a disaster if I went to the Maurishes. I would have had to stay longer. They would have said, well, just stay here and recuperate. I knew Mr. and Mrs. Morris. They said, no, we'll pay for everything. You just stay here. And so I thought along those lines, and I thought, boy, I'm glad I got it told to get out of here.
That would have been really uncomfortable for Mom, though, you know.
Oh, it would.
Especially, I assume that Audrey would have been there, right?
Yes, yeah. That never would have.
That would have been very uncomfortable for her.
Yeah. That would not have worked.
I remember, we went to Torquay. Mm-hmm. And you and I got to some sort of paddle boat or something. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, those paddle boats there. Yeah. But I remember Torquay. Boy, oh boy. I took that little girl out on a canoe. out in an island, and I could see it at distance, the shore. I never gave it a thought rowing out that far. I heard this one guy coming with a rowboat. Boy, was he mad. He says, I told you to get here at get back at 5 o'clock. And I didn't, young like that. And I said, well, I'll help you. I'll row back. He said, no. He said, just take this rope, tie it on there. He says, I'll hold it. I'll row back. He don't do anything. And so I thought, boy, this guy is mad. Then he said, do you know about a tide here? And, we were in that island just talking in the sand. But here the girl said, she said, something, the water's getting too close to us. The time we stepped into our boat, and hooked onto that guy who hooked it through a rope at us, as soon as I stepped in there, that island disappeared. And we were on. That's how fast the tide was. And then later on, I found out that France has that tide, same tide. In France, it's so fast, coming up so fast, that it'll outrun a horse. That's how quick it can come up. And that's why that guy was so mad. He thought he'd be, my, oh my. I gave him a pound note. And that's
calmed him down.
Yeah. That toned him down. I think you only paid about 10 shillings for that boat and the oars. It could have been a disaster. Here I had that little girl with me, and well, she wasn't a little girl. She was
I hope not.
She was an age.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Well, I get thinking of that sometime. My oh my, that could have been devastating. But I never thought of it. I knew I could row back. I rowed out there. It really wasn't. It wasn't. Well, I think I see that green stuff on that one branch. See that? See that green on that one branch where the sun's shining on it? Yeah, that tree's gone.
Well, Dad, that green stuff's on everything.
I know what the inside looks like. They won't address that. They're afraid to, believe me.
Yeah.
They know. All these, thousands of trees here. How fast that guy's going through there. I think those are street people. They're just standing there. Boy, that guy looked like bad.
I wonder if that's that person that goes in that house.
What house?
The Turner's house.
What person are you talking about?
I said the house that's empty there, where the Turners lived.
Right.
That they could be living in there. It's empty. People are living in there.
Oh, those people there?
Yeah.
Hey, that's that thought. Yeah, that's right. That's about what it is. See where they go. There's that cap. Did you see that cap?
I saw it, yeah.
It's like Chester.
I thought it was Chester at first, and I saw, well, there's Chester right there. Complete failure. Total failure.